Testing. 1, 2, 1, 1, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello. Testing. Hello. Ladies. Can't move there. Testing. 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning. Hello. Brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Is that good? Okay.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing. You are free now. We're gonna. Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Check, 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 check. Check. And feel your fingers.
Are you ready when we are?
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, you guys are ready. Beautiful. In each of us there are two natures. If this primitive duality of man, good and evil, can be housed in separate identities, life would be relieved of all that is unbearable. It is the curse of mankind that these polar twins should be constantly struggling. I need to know the nature of the demons that possess man's soul. I need to know why man's content to let them make him less than whole. Why does he revel in murder and madness? What is that makes him be less than he should? Why is he doomed not to reach his potential? His soul is black when he turns his back upon gold. I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil if I can. One thing is certain, the evil is stronger. Good fights a hopeless and desperate fight. I must find ways of adjusting the balance to bring him back from the empty black edge of night. I need to know why man plays this strange double game. His hand always close to the flame. It's a deal with the devil he cannot disclaim. But what's his aim? I need to know. Dear God, guide me, show me how to succeed. With your wisdom inside me, Henry Jekyll will follow wherever you lead. I need to see the truth other men cannot see, to be things that others can't be. Give me courage to go where no angel will go, and I will go. I need to know. Sometimes I see past the horizon, sure of my way, where I am going, but where's the prize I had my eyes on?
Don't worry about the cable in the aisle.
Jim? You ready? Cast and crew ready?
Ready. Ready. Props ready.
House of Black?
House of Black. House of Black.
In each of us there are two natures.
You won't have lights on, though.
All right.
But you want to practice your ears, please do so.
Lights up.
Lights are out.
Go.
Has the voiceover been done? Not yet. Thank you. I heard a lights up cue.
In each of us there are two natures.
There's a voiceover, Nikki.
I know it's not right.
In each of
Should
us
be
there
ready
are
to
two
play.
natures.
That's the ball.
If this primitive duality of man, good
I hear
and
you.
evil, could be housed in separate identities, life would be relieved of all that is unbearable. It is the curse of mankind that these polar twins should be constantly struggling.
Is there a light cue here?
No.
I was under the impression it would go to black and I would come in, okay?
All right.
In the autumn of 1888, my friend Henry Jekyll embarked on a series of scientific experiments that he hoped would alter the very nature of good and evil. How was I to know they would transform his very soul and mine as well?
Ram up. Lights up.
He's beyond helping.
So damned as he still has a soul, as pure and as good as yours or mine. But he's trapped in a dark and terrible world. Madness is the cruelest of all prisons. There must be a way to help him.
Death will help him, Henry.
My theories convince me there is a better solution.
Your theories are more dangerous than he is. Your colleagues say you are trespassing on Helen Brown. Experiment and mine.
My colleagues are cowards, afraid of what they don't understand. How can we call ourselves civilized if we're not prepared to help him? And every wretched soul like him.
I admire your tenacity, Henry, but I question your philosophy. You're a gifted man. Use your gifts wisely.
Lost in the darkness, silence surrounds you. Once there was morning, now endless night. If I could reach you, I'd guide you and teach you to walk from the darkness back into the light. Deep in your silence, please try to hear me. I'll keep you near me till night passes by. I will find the answer. I'll never desert you. I promise you this till the day that I die.
Down.
Good night, Father.
There's a face everywhere in the cold light of day. It's society's mask, it's society's way. And the truth is that it's all a facade. There's a face that we hide till the nighttime appears, and what's hiding inside behind all of our fears is our true self, locked inside the facade.
Every day, people in their own sweet way like to add a coat of paint and be what they hate.
That's how their little
Game is played, living out a masquerade, getting rich and getting laid, while playing the saint. But there's one thing I know, and I know it for sure. This disease that we've got has got no ready cure, and I'm certain life is terribly hard when your life's a facade. Look around you, I have found you cannot tell by looking at the surface what is lurking there beneath it. See that face now, I'm prepared to bet you what you see is not what you get, 'cause man's the master of deceit. So what is the sinister secret? The lie he will tell you is true.
It's that each man you meet on the street isn't one man but two.
Go. Nearly everyone you see like him and her and you and me pretends to be a pillar of society, a model of propriety,
Sobriety and piety.
who shudders at the thought of notoriety. The ladies and gents here before you, which none of them ever admits, may have saintly looks, but they're sinners and crooks, hypocrites. There are preachers who kill,
There are killers who preach.
there are teachers who lie,
There are liars who teach. Take your pick.
here, 'cause it's all a facade.
You must seem to be rich and have money to burn.
Even though it's a bitch spending more than you earn,
That's the game here.
and the name is facade. One or two might look kind of well-to-do, but I bet your precious few have paid for their food,
I'm inclined to think
half mankind thinks the other half is blind. Wouldn't be surprised to find
they're all in cahoots.
at the end of the day, they don't mean what they say. They don't say what they mean. They don't ever complain. And the night's there. It's all
Behind the facade.
what's behind the facade.
Look behind the facade.
The Board of Governors of St. Jude's Hospital is now met. Sir Danvers Carew, Knight of the British Empire, Chairman. The Right Honourable Sir Archibald Proops, Queen's Counsel. Lord Savage. General Lord Glossop. Lady Beaconsfield. His Grace, the Bishop of Basingstoke. The order of business will be conducted by the Secretary to the Board of Governors, Mr. Simon Stride. Proposal 929, presented by Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Jekyll is all talk and no results.
Order! Order! Chairman will address the board.
My friends, as governors of St. Jude's Hospital, we are all highly aware of the controversial nature of Dr. Jekyll's research, but our high regard for his reputation and work demand that he receive a proper hearing, and that we now happily accord him.
I will not happily accord that madman anything.
Distinguished governors, I have glimpsed the future, seen miracles that stun the mind, and marvels only science can find, to shape tomorrow for mankind, and I can show them to you, if you wish me to. Friends, you're aware, there are two sides to each of us. Good and evil, compassion and hate. If we could extract all the evil from each of us, think of the world that we could create. A world without anger or violence or strife, where man wouldn't kill anymore. A world of compassion where passion for life would banish the madness of war. I'm close to finding the key to duality, chemical formulae which could and would alter the patterns of man's personality, guiding him either to evil or good. Weigh the potential, the great possibilities. Colleagues, dear friends, understand. We have a chance to make history here in our hands.
Dr. Jekyll, may we dispense with the niceties and proceed to the matter at hand?
Of course, Mr. Stride. Forgive my good manners. Each of us is the embodiment of two distinct and opposing forces, good and evil, each fighting for supremacy in science. If we could separate these two forces, we could control and ultimately eliminate all evil from mankind. My experiments have led me to believe that the day is not far off when this separation will be possible. To achieve it, I must be allowed to try my formula on a living human being.
I want if you're right, Jekyll, and you do manage to separate good from evil. What happens to the evil?
There are doomed broken souls in 1,000 asylums, left there to rot for the lack of a plan. In the name of compassion and medical science, I can save many lives if you give me one man.
I tell you now, the church will never sanction it. Sacrilege, lunacy, blasphemy, heresy!
You seem to be treading on dangerous ground. In legal terms, I'd say extremely unsound.
The whole thing's unchristian, barbaric, and odd. You're playing with fire when you start to play God. The bishop speaks for all of us when he says you're playing God. There's such a thing as ethics over which you ride roughshod. You're a doctor, not our savior, Dr. Jekyll for a start. But I judge from your behavior, you can't tell the two apart.
Dear Mr. Stride, I am simply a scientist. I have a code to which I remain true. I don't presume to the stature of moralist. I leave pretension like that, sir, to you.
Henry, I always encouraged your enterprise, and I'm hopeful that you would succeed. But in the face of the powerful arguments, I see no choice but for you to concede.
I know my fate is yours to choose, but if they win, the world will lose, and I am on the brink of great success. I beg you, governors, you must say yes!
Dr. Jekyll, enough of your ranting, sir. This is a hospital here to save lives.
Do you think we would let you play havoc with all thy principles for which it strives? Do you expect us to compromise all that we stand for, indulging your dangerous games? How many rules should we break for your dubious age?
Can't you see I am not playing games? Just give me the opportunity.
This will finish too bizarre.
Open up your eyes and see.
This man has gone too far.
Unless you listen to me.
Doctor, please watch your tone. Damn it, man! Can't you see? You're on your own.
Fools, you fools! Goddamn your rules! Look at yourselves, civilized men. Why can't you see?
Order!
If I ever needed further justification for my experiments, gentlemen, you have just provided it. Just look at what has happened here. Mix anger with a touch of fear. The danger's all too crystal clear. Just look at you. Our darker side keeps breaking through. Observe it now in me and you. The evil that all men can do must be controlled. I beg of you, I'll show you all. It can be done. Here is a chance to take charge of our fate. Deep down you must know that tomorrow's too late. One rule in life we cannot rearrange. The only thing constant is change. The only thing constant is change.
Distinguished governors, your verdict, please. All those in favor say aye. Danvers?
Abstained.
By 5 votes to 1 with 1 abstention. Proposal 929 is rejected. Thank you for your time, Dr. Jekyll.
You want to take me to lunch, Bessie?
Oh, well, I've heard enough demented babbling for one day, Herbert, without listening to you.
I'm truly sorry, Henry, but I did try to warn you.
They think you're quite mad.
They're hypocrites, John.
Yes.
Every last one of them.
But they are powerful hypocrites. I advise you to take greater caution.
I can't afford caution. But how can I continue on when they can block each step I take?
Henry, you have come this far. Remember what you have at stake.
John, I know I'm right. I have let my vision guide me. I'm so weary of this fight. There's so little left inside me.
If you know that you are right, then you have to see it through. You have to see it through.
7 years ago, I started out on this alone. Now it's alone, I'll see it through to its conclusion. Who are they to judge what I am doing? They know nothing of the endless possibilities I've seen. It's ludicrous, I'm bound by their decision.
Seems vision is a word they've never heard.
If it mattered less, I treat them with derision. It's absurd.
And yet the fact remains, those bastards hold the reins.
I need to know the nature of the demons that possess man's soul. I need to know why man's content to let them make him less than whole. Why does he revel in murder and madness? What is it makes him be less than he should? Why is he doomed not to reach his potential? His soul is black when he turns his back upon good. I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil if I can. Why does a wise man take leave of his senses? Where is that fine line where sanity melts? When does intelligence give way to madness? A moment comes when a man becomes something else. I need to know why man plays a strange double game. His hand always close to the flame. It's a deal with the devil he cannot disclaim. But what's his aim? I need to know. Dear God, guide me, show me how to succeed. With your wisdom inside me, Henry Jekyll will follow wherever you lead. I need to see the truth other men cannot see, to be things that others can't be. Give me courage to go where no angel will go, and I will go. I need to know.
Who does this Jekyll fellow think he is?
I tell you, an impertinence like that would have earned Jekyll a good flogging in the army.
Yeah. He's lucky we're in modern times. Today's penalties for heresy are not what they should be.
We're lucky to have you to represent us in modern times, Your Grace.
I think Jekyll overdoes all this stuff about helping the poor. I've lived in St. James all my life. Damned if I've ever seen any flogging.
Well, I think he's mad, if you must know. Ah, Danvers, we're talking about your future son-in-law. And I think you're mad to allow him to marry your daughter.
That's not father's decision, Lady Beaconsfield. It's mine.
Don't worry, Bessie. Whatever you think of him as a scientist,
should never be made by those who have none.
I say, young woman. Sport now, Jekyll and I can drown our respective sorrows in Sir Danvers' drink.
Ah, my dear Simon, you're so grateful.
Dear Sir Danvers, as you know, sir, I wish Emma the sun and the moon, but I have to confess that I wish Henry Jekyll in hell. Emma Carew, this be you. Who is this man that you have taken? Can you not see the kind of life that this would be? You are mistaken. Time to awaken before it's too late. Before you forever determine your fate.
Simon, you knew I had to be free. What I choose to do is decided by me. From the day my mother died, my father, full of good intentions, treated me as though I were a young child. Maybe his idea was just to wait until I grew up and then look at me and hope that I'd be her. It's easy to accept that from a father. He'd rather things remained the way they were. But when it comes to marriage, I must pick whom I prefer. I am not the weak and thing you're seeking, Simon. Someone 17, obedient and sweet. I am not the protege to waste your time on. I'm complete. In Henry's eyes I see what I am meant to be.
Henry Jekyll, you're a devil. You have robbed us of London's most lovely girl. When I start to think that she's marrying a doctor instead of an earl. Poor girl. Dr. Jekyll, may I be the first to wish you and your bride to be peace and prosperity.
Mr. Stride, it's most civil of you to say that, as you do, with such patent sincerity.
Ah, the late Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Ah, the late Henry Jekyll.
Sir Danvers, forgive me.
No, nothing to forgive, dear boy. I was thinking of inviting the guests one day after the wedding, so that you two would appear to the old time.
Sir Danvers, my lords, my ladies, gentlemen, to the intolerably happy couple, Henry, may your research result in all discoveries as wonderful as this one. Emma and Henry.
Emma
and Henry.
Miss Carew.
Dr. Jekyll, I'm happy you're here.
Oh, I try never to miss any social occasion attended by Lady Beaconsfield. Is there a Lord Beaconsfield?
He died 30 years ago.
Sensible fellow.
You know, Henry, sometimes I wish you were as diplomatic as you are outspoken.
I'll be outspoken if you will be diplomatic. If you presented my case today before the Board of Governors, I probably would have gotten what I wanted.
You'll get what you want in the end, Henry. You always do.
I don't have a choice. I must go on with the work I've committed to. How can I not when my theories are true? And I will prove if I'm ever permitted to. Things are not wrong just because they are new.
Henry, I adore you, always have done, always will do. And your dreams are mine. I will always understand, however hard the path you've left. Our lives will intertwine.
Who knows where my work will lead me?
Nowhere where you will not need me.
Emma, please, I beg you, heed me.
Just don't leave me on my own.
The only thing to fear is the unknown. just no knowing, and when despair tears me in two, who can I turn to but you? You know who I am. Take me as I am.
Look in my eyes. Who do you see there? Someone you know, or just a stranger? If you are wise, you will see me there. Love is the only danger. Love meaning me, love meaning you. We'll make that one dream come true. You know who I am. Take me as I am. Though fate won't always do what we desire, still we can set the world on fire.
Give me your hand, give me your heart. Swear to me we'll never part.
We'll never part.
You know who I am.
You know who I am.
This is who I am.
This is who I am.
Take me as I am.
Clap, 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 clap.
Sir Danvers, 6 weeks of the wedding, the longest of my life.
Your half hour at the Board of Governors this afternoon was the longest of my life.
I'm truly sorry, sir, but I must stand by what I believe.
Even if it means antagonizing the established authority in the process.
Well, especially then. And your friends are not the established authority, merely the established prejudice.
I want to be proud of you, Henry.
Then listen to me, sir. Good night, my angel.
Good night, my devil.
I say thank you so much.
Emma, sometimes I find it hard to tolerate Henry's behavior.
Well, you don't have to tolerate it, Father. He's marrying me, not you.
Emma, don't you understand? It's you that I'm concerned for.
Father, don't be. You should be concerned for him. He's the one in
I am
need.
only trying to protect you. What else would you have a father do? I think I would die if any harm should come to you. I'm scared, my child, because I'm going to lose you.
No, actually, it's fine. It wasn't your
I
first one
find
tonight.
it very hard to let you go. Letting go. When the day comes that I must say goodbye to you. It's the last thing in life I ever want to do. I know it has to be, but it's so hard for me. Letting go, facing up to the truth that it is time to part, giving way to the day that may well break my heart. It's not a thing I choose, to win I have to lose.
Letting go, going on in my life into the time to come, day by day, page by page, sure of what I've become. But then you always knew that's what I have to do. For I know the only way to grow is just by letting go. Letting go. When the time comes, I know I will return someday. But till then, this is when I have to find my way. It's a fact of life.
Though it isn't fair,
There will always be all the love we share.
one, I'm happy to see some sense of order. I prefer to believe that man is basically good. All moral men believe that.
I do not believe it.
As your lawyer, Henry, I must warn you, you're playing a very dangerous game.
As your doctor, John, it's my duty to inform you that I need a very large drink.
Yes, I can.
Oh, thank you. Oh, John, yes.
Well. Here's a lovely-looking pair of gentlemen, I must say. Welcome to the Red Rat. The show's about to start. My name's Nellie. Have a drink. Take a look around. Find something you fancy, dear.
This is hardly respectable, Henry.
I've had all the respectability I can take for one day, John. And anyway, tonight's my bachelor night. You're supposed to give me a party.
And I could be the party that he's supposed to give you, eh, Henry?
She means a bachelor party.
Most of my parties are bachelors, dearie.
Come on, John, one drink. Where's your sense of adventure?
That's right, Johnny. Good for you, Henry, love.
And besides, possibly I could find a subject for my experiment, a volunteer.
I suspect one can find volunteers for all sorts of experiments here.
You got that right, Ducky. Come on, Henry, come on. Johnny, come in, have a drink. Come on.
Let him
Let him in.
I'm warning you, Henry, this is a very dangerous place, also it's a little slow.
Well, that's all right, Henry. It may be slow, but it picks up at the end. You know what I mean, darling. Don't worry about it. You're going to have a good time, have a few drinks, have some laughs, throw some chinks around, right?
If we just stand here and face it, I believe.
Well, if you stand here and face it, I'm just going to cop one right here, lovey. You know what I mean? That's right. You're going to get a little cheeky there.
Cheeky.
As we say.
Your turn.
Your time?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done? Well, are you really? Are you done?
Yes.
Hello there, darling.
Okay,
What
ready to go.
Are you ready to go?
Ooh.
This is dangerous, Henry.
Yes, of course it is. That's very dangerous. You fall into the pit.
Oh, here we are.
Oh, look at this place.
That's a really rolling out of me, calling it. You're biscuit. Have a seat, Henry. Come on. Have a drink. Come on, darling. Play something, please. That's right. How you doing, Bobby? Nice to see you again. Hey, let's have Lucy sing. What do you say, guys? Lucy. Thank you, darling. There was a time, I don't know when, I didn't have much time for men. This is now, and that was then. I'm learning. Help. Supposed to have. So thank you, but I try not to make it known my yearning.
Oh, show us your yearning.
That's right. Let's find out what it is, girl.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm totally lost.
Help, I'm
They
sorry.
steal your soul.
Thank
take
you.
apart.
I don't know why. So a little touch of sin while wait another minute. Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men.
Yes.
Sing again, darling. I always knew, I always said that silk and lace in black and red will drive a man right off his head. It's easy. How easy is it, darling? So many men, so little time. I want them all. Is that a crime? No! I don't know why they say that I'm too easy. They make me laugh. They make me cry. They make me sick. So God knows why we say bring on the men. A little touch of sin. Why wait another minute? Step this way. It's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the men. They break your heart. They steal your flick, ow, flick, and shimmy, 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 step, flick, shake your little boobies, step, step, sorry. I like to have a man for breakfast each day. I'm very social and I like it that way. By late mid-morning I need something to munch. So I ask over to men for lunch. And men are mad about my afternoon teas. They're quite informal, I just do it to please. I'm sorry. Those triple sandwiches are my favorite ones. I'm also very partial to buns. My healthy appetite gets strongest at night. My at-home dinners are my bed friend's delight. When I invite the fellas over to dine, they all come early, in bed by 9. So let's bring on the men and let the fun begin. A little touch of sin, we're in another minute. Step this way, it's time for us to play. They say we may not pass this way again, so let's waste no more time. Bring on the
Spidey's in a mood, darling. Why should tonight be any different?
A little less socializing.
Not quite yet. Not quite.
It's not every day, your friends and I, as gents like you just dropping by. Before you go, you'll know just why you came here.
That, my dear, little doubt, one only has to look about. It's not too hard to figure out the game here. And yet I sense there's more to you.
You flatter, sir, you really do. Without a chance.
What would you do?
Don't ask me. Cheers. Got a name, Blue Eyes?
Henry.
Well, Henry, aren't you going to ask me what I'm doing in a place like this?
Actually, I was...
Actually, I'm in between engagements at the Royal Albert Hall, so this is your lucky night. Here's to the night. Here's to romance. To those that are afraid of taking a chance.
I think I've taken enough for one day, and I've learned to my cost. Chances are something you don't take once you have lost.
Oh, what a shame you only knew the games we could play, the things we could do. Yet I can see you're not up to the chase. But if you're ever in need, I am the girl and this is the place. Come to
It's getting late. I have to go. If any time, you never know, you need a friend.
Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harley Street.
Spider wants to see you.
A little less socializing.
Not
A
yet.
little more...
No, we've got added lines, remember?
Spider wants to see you, darling. Now.
A little more less socializing.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll let you know.
Now means now, darling.
Just go that way. Is there anything I can do to help?
Some fires you have to walk through by yourself. Thanks for this, though.
Fancy our Lucy?
A little less socializing. Oh, that's right.
You fancy our Lucy then? Come back. She'll be here. do my best, sir.
No, Lucy, your best would have resulted in a satisfied customer. I don't give lodgings in a responsible position at any of my houses to girls who sit around hobnobbing and drinking gin. That requires something to serve instead of 50.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Fortunately, I'm in a good mood tonight. I shall come to you at midnight for my pleasures.
Yes, sir. Dr. Henry Jekyll, 46 Harvey Street. Anytime, you never know, you need a friend.
You mean how? I must say you're in a much better mood.
That's because I've made up my mind, John. I know exactly where to find the subject for my experiment.
Not.
No, not you. I'm going to work late tonight, John.
Oh, be careful, Henry. Got a lot to lose. Think of the consequences.
All I ever thought about were the consequences. I'd never accomplish anything.
I'm going home.
John? John, you remember my father? Before. His mind and his spirit were extremely strong, weren't they?
The kindest man I ever knew.
But I must do it. For his sake.
What?
Good night, John. And be careful. Hyde Park is dangerous at night.
So are you. You be careful. And for God's sake, go straight to bed.
Now there is no choice. I must put aside the fears I feel inside. There's no place to hide. So it comes to this one last golden chance that only I can take when everything I fought for is at stake, to make the mark that only I can make. This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now, today. This is the moment, this is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. Oh, this is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I will look down, I must not fall, for this is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds, this day or never, I'll sit forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall that moment for moment. This was the moment, the greatest moment of them all.
13, 11:56 p.m. I have started this alone, and I must finish it alone. I know I must use myself as a subject for the experiment.
I must be wise. I must try to analyze each change in me. Everything I see, how will it be? Will I see the world through different eyes? Like a warning light, glimmering in red, like crimson bloodshed, shimmering in red, beautiful and strange. See the colors change before my eyes. See how they dance and they sparkle like diamonds at night, leading me out of the darkness and into the light.
(11:58 p.m.) It is done. I have injected myself with 3 centiliters of formula HJ7. Pulse rate increasing. Heat spreading strongly through my veins. A slight feeling of euphoria. Lightheadedness. No noticeable behavioral differences.
Now the die is cast. Nothing left to do. Time alone can prove my theories true. Show the world. Oh my God. What's this? Something is happening. I can't explain. Something inside me, a breathtaking pain, devours and consumes me and drives me insane. Suddenly, uncontrolled, something is taking hold. Suddenly, agony, filling me, killing me. Suddenly, out of breath. What is this? Is this death? Suddenly, look at me. Can it be? Who is this creature that I see? Midnight. Unexpected development. Free! What is this feeling of power and drive? I've never known. I feel alive. Where does this feeling of power derive? Making me know why I'm alive. Like the night, it's a secret. Sinister, dark, and alone. I do not know what I seek, yet I'll seek it alone. I have a thirst that I cannot deprive. Never have I felt so alive. There is no battle I couldn't survive. Feeling like this, feeling alive. Like the moon and enigma, lost and alone in the night. Damned by some heavenly stigma, but blazing with light. It's a feeling of being alive. Filled with evil, but truly alive. It's a truth that cannot be denied. There's no feeling like being Edward Hyde.
check before we go. Whoa, too much.
What's this? Sweetness. At last I have found you here is fate. What bliss, sweetness. I've run you to ground, my dear.
Feel your fingers brushing my shoulder, your tempting touch as it runs down my spine, watching your eyes as they invade my soul, forbidden pleasures I'm afraid to make.
Animals to wrap behind walls in a zoo, need to run rampant and free. Predators live by the prey they pursue. This time the predator's me. Oh, lost like a raging desire, fills my soul with its curse, burning with primitive fire. Berserk and perverse. Tonight, I'll plunder heaven blind, steal from all the gods. Tonight, I'll take from all mankind, conquer all the odds, and I feel I'll live on forever with Satan himself by my side, and I'll show the world that tonight and forever the name to remembers, the name Edward Hyde. What a feeling to be so alive. I have never seen me so alive. Such a feeling of evil inside. That's a feeling of being Edward Hyde. Ugh.
I am sorry, Miss Carew, but Dr. Jekyll has left the strictest instructions that he is not to be disturbed under any circumstances. May I take a message?
Just remind him that there is more in his life than his work. Myself, for example.
A very valid argument, if I may say so, miss.
You won't see me. It's been 5 days now, John. I'm worried.
Yes, I know, Ellen. You won't see me either.
John, I said I'm worried.
Yes, so am I. Now, I'll speak to you.
Mr. Utterson, as you know, I am completely devoted to Dr. Jekyll, and I do not wish to judge him uncharitably, but there are extraordinary circumstances I feel I must make you aware of. For the past week, Dr. Jekyll has remained locked in his room day and night. He has left the strictest instructions not to be disturbed and to leave all his meals outside the door.
And you've not seen or spoken to him in all that time?
No, sir, not once.
Well, come, fool, you'd hardly be disloyal telling me.
Yes, sir. Last night, I took in his tray as usual, and I noticed that yesterday's meal remained untouched. From inside, I heard noises, strange noises, and a voice I did not recognize. And I heard him, or it, or whatever it was, crying like a lost soul or an animal, crying out for some sort of medicine.
Who? Sure, this is the apothecary being these chemicals. Now, who? Now!
Henry, what in the devil's name? You look like the wrath of God.
John, I don't need you to tell me as well. More than ever now, I need a friend. Can't you see and don't you know I've been through hell? Don't condemn what you don't comprehend.
Henry, I'm not questioning your motives here, but is what you are seeking worth the price? You've turned your back on everyone you once held dear. You're choosing to ignore your friends' advice. You have your work and nothing more. You are possessed. What is your demon? You've never been this way before. You've lost the fire you built your dream on. There's something strange, there's something wrong. I see a change, it's like when hope dies. I who have known you for so long, I see the pain in your eyes. There was a time you lived your life, and no one lived the way that you did. You had a plan, you had a wife, you saw the world as very few did. You lived it all, the overall, you seem to know just what to live for. But now it seems you've done it all, you have your word, nothing more.
Father, you know Henry won't just walk away.
My fear is he's in over his head. He may lose control of that I dread. There has been talk. They say he's gone too far. He's locked himself away in his own world pursuing this insanity.
It is his work.
It's more than work. He is obsessed. The man is driven.
Just give him time. I ask no more. His work's a crime to be forgiven.
I've seen a change, unless I'm blind. I've seen a change of a bizarre kind.
No, not at all. Don't be unkind. The problem's all in your mind.
He has his work. Every moment he is obsessed. The man is driven.
Just give him time. I ask no more. His work's a crime to be forgiven.
He's chasing dreams he'll never find. I see a change of a bizarre kind.
No, don't be unkind. The problem's all in your mind.
A young lady to see you, sir. The kind one cannot mistake. She is without an appointment. I can't send her away.
Send her away, Paul.
Yes, sir. I cannot imagine how she came to have no visiting card.
Wait, Paul. I'll see. Of course. What brings you here?
You said if I ever needed a friend. Pretty, isn't it? And this one, he enjoyed himself doing it too. Things like this happen where I come from, but you don't expect it from a gentleman.
Gentleman? What kind of a monster would do such a thing?
I won't forget his name in a hurry. Hyde, he called himself. Edward Hyde.
Why come to me?
You give me your name. I never had someone like you be nice to me.
Not go to the police.
No police? You're joking. Would there be any gent who's gonna listen to me? Besides, I'd be afraid of what he might do if he found out. He ain't human, he's a beast. He's not like you at all.
Take care of yourself, Miss Harris.
Always try. I peer through found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing, and I'd feel so alive if someone like you found me. So many secrets I long to share. All I have needed is someone there to help me see a world I've never seen before. A love to open every door, to set me free, so I can soar. If someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. There'd be a new way to live and a new life to love. If someone like you found me, oh, if someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing, and I would feel so alive. If someone like you loved me.
Very thoughtful of our friend the spider to arrange these rendezvous for us, my dear. It makes a pleasant change from my usual charity work.
Oh, as long as you're satisfied, Your Grace, that's all that matters to me. Just remember, I don't do it for charity.
Well, well, well. It warms my heart to see that romance still blossoms in the sewers of London. If it isn't the Romeo of the cloth and the Juliet of the gutter, truly a pretty pair.
How dare you speak to me like that, sir?
How dare I, sir? How dare you, sir?
Do you know who I am?
Oh, yes. I know exactly who you are. You're Basil, the 14th Bishop of Basingstoke. You're on the Board of Governors of St. Jude's Hospital. And you're an obscene, self-indulgent, malevolent, malignant, hypocrite, hypocrite, hypocrite! And I know I'll live on forever with Satan himself by my side. And I'll show the world that tonight and forever the name who remembers the name Edward Hyde. What a feeling to be so alive. I have never seen me so alive. Such a feeling of evil inside. That's a feeling of being Edward Hyde. Yeah! Ah! Ah!
Take 10, sir. Rude. Take 10 minutes. All right?
they called cops who were still on stage? I mean, because people were still on stage?
Because we have, no, this was the whole thing with the signs.
And then we started to screw them.
Right, what happened was the flyman made some sheet calls through metal signs to come in. So we typically call the metal sign call up earlier. He brings the screw in, and he immediately does the signs. And he'll be ready to do the script, fly the script.
The sign should fly. Oh yeah, two signs should come. There's that little black. That's what that sign should.
The big metal sign.
Yeah, that will have that. Should be worried that you for a second.
No, that's not how.
Like it's certain.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it was. The street seems to cover.
Well, that's what I was told.
Alright, before you that, this, well, actually, when she's down right,
Oh,
this is
yes.
dark, that's what we said. And when she does
The
it
crossovers when it
Real
Okay,
slow.
I told Nikki that she didn't know. So that's
Because it was just, because if it comes in slow, then I can go with it. But if it just goes.
Yeah,
No,
well, I
it's
didn't
just
know.
timing.
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't know
I
it
was
goes
just, I was wanting to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the College Streets, when you talk about the city route, some of the stuff, it's just, you can only fit in certain places, right, because of scenic pieces behind it. So I try to use it when it would fit, when I can get it there.
Because there were a lot of places we have all our backstage black.
Well,
And when we get lights on.
you got light, that's why. You got light on, no?
I'm just checking it out.
Well, that's good.
Checking the stuff out now.
That's good.
My mind on what.
Me too.
That's not your people in your village, your people are just leave.
How do you feel, G? All right?
Walk down to see the parade.
Akron
is much more, Ohio is much more hilly than Michigan.
This part of it is anyhow.
Maybe carriage on the hill is not fun.
Feeling great. Volunteers are actually have to be where they need
Murder happens with an open stage. So the city backdrop can come out.
That's like, while they do murder, the background will be the city drop? Or no?
No, while they're doing murder, it's an empty stage.
So you mean,
Yeah. Except for the pieces that come in and out. Yeah. Is that a sign?
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Right, all the other
Well, we don't have a lot of choices downstairs. I want to make sure the building's not on fire.
Oh, how I fall on my face like I did last time. Shut up. You did.
No, we're on
Get back to work. Oh, that's the water.
Not your fiesta. Where did these come from?
Round office where you live and both feet with no meeting.
Cartwheel where you turn.
Now, get it right.
Cartwheel where you turn. Chris, you're available? Yes.
Let's bring this first in and see what's going on here.
Do it.
Oh, man.
Cartwheel where you turn.
And then on both feet, I'm like, at different times. I mean, you don't want to do it. No. You're watching. Look.
I'm looking.
You're probably right. I feel bad.
On stage. That's problem number one.
Why? People. Lots of people. See, I have lots of people. See, you make them lots of people. I'm not gonna hurt lots. Oh, and there's people there. There's people there.
Just a stage shot.
Oh, Mr. Green, you are too. That's the reason why I'm not going to do it. That's a good reason.
Sticking out there.
I was excited. I was walking across the getting that done at the station. Okay, so wow.
The address is correct. I want to change, make sure the address is correct. I know, that's what I'm doing how I want it.
No, I'm not even, all I'm taking is text.
For your letter.
Oh, yeah.
How do you know you're not taking a day? Just the last lot of walking off. You said that. I say whatever works for you.
Back on the road this week. And we.
Mike's still here.
The very first thing I said, you used to have, you used to have, you used to have. Gary,
word is go, and I say go, and that makes your sister, and if I say flow, you know, right, I'll let you know that.
That was a whole bag.
Ma'am, you ready? Okay, this is places for Act 2. Thank you.
Linda, places. Come here, baby. I need you.
Michael! Michael!
Let's start.
We're reading a newspaper, boy.
All right, we'll start anyhow.
All right, we're going to start with photos. How's the flag?
Black.
Music up.
Read about the hideous murder, profane religious murder, the poor old bishop, what a shock.
Seen walking with his daughter, one moment cried for slaughter, a shepherd tending to his flock. He died in London slum, a slave to martyrdom. He died without complaint. He should be made a saint. He's gone back home to God. It all seems very odd. Why should it be this mystery? Murder, murder in the night and murder, murder. It's a night and murder, murder. It's a right scare bloody murder in the night.
And we but a man whose like we shall not see again.
And he was a man who enjoyed buggering children. A wonderful eulogy, George. No, I can hardly keep a straight face.
Nothing like a good laugh at a friend's funeral, I always say, hey, what?
You can't threaten me. I'm a general.
Then they'll probably erect a statue in your memory.
No.
Hypocrite!
No!
Look at this, another murder! Just like the other murder! Get for General Gossip, dead.
Last week the bishop clocked it.
That was been done it, Hopton. That feather must be off his head. That's due in the last 4 days. This killer has fancy ways. To kill outside St. Paul's requires a lot of balls. He hates the upper class. He must be on his ass.
Who could it be?
Don't look at me.
Murder, murder, makes me blood thin. Murder, murder, makes me head spin. Murder, murder, starts me drinking bloody. Murder in the night.
Folks in murder, murder, it's the worst sin. Murder, murder, as we scream
Bloody murder in the
In the night.
This is the other cabin.
Oh, yes, all but 2, sir.
When will you have the others?
By tomorrow night. If I may ask, what are they for?
It's none of your bloody business what they're for, Bissett.
Of course not. Of course, sir. It's just, you don't seem quite yourself, Dr. Jekyll.
I've been better, Bissett. I've been better.
I'm bored gutless with all these damn charity dinners, Archie.
Why you go?
Well, I like to see me name in the Tatler.
Well, I agree with you, Bessie. Damn old charities and good cause.
Well, well, well. It is faith, hope, and chastity.
I'd be off with you. Have you arrested? Damn insolence. This is my final admonition.
And this is mine. Now let's have a look at you, you despicable, drunken old hag. No doubt in your will you've left everything to yourself to be sent on to you in Hades. I'll donate these in your name to charity. Hypocrite! Ah, a little gift for you from the late Lady Beaconsfield. Is there a blackout or something?
Blackout!
Thank you.
Back, you can go in the blackout now. Yeah. Go in the blackout, just grab that.
Let's go, newsboy.
Read out the worst 2 murders, much worse than the first 2 murders. That makes it murders 3 and 4.
That makes it murders 3 and 4.
They murdered dear old Bessie. I hear extremely messy. And poor old Archie is no more. That's for the last 8 days. It's London's latest craze. Something's in our way. And it ain't me back again. Until the killers fall.
Back
again. What can we do?
What can we do?
We wish we knew. Murder, murder, once there's one done. Murder, murder, can be undone. Murder, murder, lives in London. Bloody murder in the night.
Herbert, is that you?
I'm leaving London.
Message. What's the urgency?
I'm leaving London, Danvers. It's not safe for me here.
Well, where are you going?
I'm telling that to no one. Aberdeen, actually. I'll be at the Hyde Club if you need me. I don't know what you've heard, Danvers. I did everything I could to save the others. I really tried. Tried like hell.
I'm sure you did. But that's between you and God now, Herbert. Only you and God know how much you tried. Have a pleasant journey.
Bad news from God, Herbert.
Sweet death has taken this brave man from us. Sweet death has raised his score to 5. Friends, take what comfort that you can from us. Thank God us not are still alive.
God in heaven, now
That was my fault, Jim. That was my fault.
October 10th, 6:30 p.m. The experiment is out of control. The transformations have started to recur of their own accord. I have radically altered the balance of the formula to try to contain and overcome the powerful and darker forces.
And we shall remember him not only as a man of God and a man of principle, but a man whose like we shall not see again.
October 7th, after midnight. I am dangerous, more dangerous than any wild animal stalking his prey. What do you want here?
Henry? Oh, you scared me for a moment. I thought, well, you didn't sound like you.
What are you doing here? How dare you look at my journal? What did you see? What did you see?
I don't remember what I saw. My love, what's happened to you?
These experiments are taking me to places I can't understand. I can't explain them to myself, let alone to you. I must be left alone to finish what I started.
You never promised me the journey would be easy. Only that we would take it together. When this all began, we knew there'd be a price. Once upon a dream, we were lost in love's embrace. There we found a perfect place. Once upon a dream, once there was a time like no other time before. All was still and open door. Once upon a dream, and I was unafraid. The dream was so exciting, but now I see it fade, and I am here alone. Once upon a dream, you were heaven sent to me. Was it never meant to be? Was it just a dream? Could we begin again? Once upon a dream.
Emma, don't abandon me. I do love you.
When you need me, if you need me, you know where I'll be.
October 10th, 6:30 p.m. The experiment is out of control. The transformations have started to recur of their own accord. I have radically altered the balance of the formula to try to contain and overcome the powerful and darker forces at work inside me. I know well that I risk death.
Henry? What's the meaning of this letter? And who is Edward Hyde? And why, in God's name, are you going to give all of your worldly possessions to someone I have never heard of? He used to have full control of all my assets immediately upon my death, or indeed my unexplained absence of more than 3 months. Have you lost your mind?
Hyde is a colleague of mine, closely involved in my research. If anything should happen to me, he must have the wherewithal to carry on my work. You've got to trust me, John.
Well, I do trust you with my life.
Then will you do as I ask?
But this man Hyde, does he have some hold on you? Tell me what it is. We'll work it out together, as we've always done.
Not this time, John. In the name of friendship, I beg you. Do as I ask and do not question anything.
I don't like it, but if that's what you wish, I'll draw up a revised will.
John, visit the apothecary, has some vital chemicals for me. I need you to go there, collect them for me, and bring them back here. I cannot leave this place.
All right, I'll do it.
I am aware of my peril, and the need to control Hyde's evil influence, which disappears within me like a stain of breath upon a mirror. He has found the perfect hiding place.
Chris, you got control of the stage right unit.
What streak of madness lies inside of me? What is the truth my fears conceal? What evil force makes Edward hide of me? What darker side of me does this reveal? What is this strange obsession that's tearing me apart? Some strange, deranged expression of what's in my heart.
Now I do have one problem.
Am I the man that I appear to be? Or am I someone I don't know? Is there some monster drawing near to me, becoming clear to see? Will what I fear to be so?
I sit and watch the rain and see my tears run down the window pane. I sit and watch the sky and I can hear it breathe a sigh. I think of him, how we were, and when I think of you, then I in his eyes I can see where my heart longs to be. In his eyes I see a gentle glow. That's where I'll be safe, I know. Safe in his arms, close to his heart, but I don't know quite where to start. By looking in his eyes, will I see beyond tomorrow? By looking in his eyes, will I see beyond the sorrow that I feel? Will his eyes reveal to me promises or lies? but he can't conceal from me the love in his eyes. I know their every look, his eyes. They're like an open book, his eyes. And most of all, the look that hypnotized me. If I'm wise, I will walk away and gladly. But sadly, I'm not wise. It's hard to talk away the memories that you prize. Love is worth forgiving for. Now I realize everything worth living for is there in his eyes. Love is worth forgiving for. Now I realize everything worth living for is there in his eyes. We're the pleasures of the nighttime that fade at dawn, sailing treasures of the nighttime till night is gone. And then when the party's over, everybody's gone away. We stare at an empty day. What is there to do or say? Nighttime is where we live, night is where we give everything we have to give. Most lovers can't rejoice, we don't have a choice, we just know we have to give. That's when the day can never be bright for the girls of the night. Somewhere I know there's a someday that's just for me. Everybody has a someday, so why not me? Lucy, do you really need to fill your heart with empty dreams? You'll always be what you are. Stop chasing that distant star. Nighttime is where we live, night is where we give everything we have to give. Most lovers can rejoice, we don't have a choice, we just know we have to give. That's when the day can never be bright for the girls of the night. Fly away, dare it, fly away. Let me find my wings. Let me be the girl I want to be. I'm afraid to fly away, for all I have is here. I have my hopes, I have a child, and children must be fed. Forget your hopes, or you will be misled. With the dawn, they disappear. Then why am I still here? Fly away, fly away, fly away. Ask me to share your fantasy, dear, but don't ask me where tomorrow is. Don't ask me where to find happiness, though I know for sure we're so
moment, it almost was. I'm afraid I have some rather sad news for you, Lucy. I'm afraid I have to go away for a little while. A friend and I have a slight disagreement we need to settle. You're glad to see me go?
No.
You're lying. I can always tell when you're lying.
When will you be back?
There's no knowing. God help you if you're not waiting for me when I return.
I feel your fingers hold on my shoulder. Your chilling touch as it runs down my spine. Watching your eyes as they invade my soul. Forbidden pleasures, I'm afraid to make mine. At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice, at the moment your eyes meet mine, I am losing my mind, I am losing control, fighting feelings I can't define.
It's a sin with no name,
Like a hand in a flame,
and our senses proclaim it's a dangerous game. A darker dream that has no ending, that's so unreal. You believe that it's true.
dance of death, out of a mystery tale.
The frightened princess doesn't know what to do. Will the ghosts go away? Will she will them to stay? Either way, there's no way to win.
All I know is I'm lost, and I'm counting the cost. My emotions are in a spin. I don't know who's to blame.
It's a crime and a shame.
But it's true all the same.
It's a dangerous game. No one speaks, not one word, but what words are in our eyes.
Silence speaks loud
and clear.
All the
Words we want to hear.
At the touch of your hand, at the sound of your voice,
At the moment your eyes meet mine, I am losing my mind, I am losing control, fighting feelings I can't define.
It's a sin with no name, no remorse and no shame.
Fire, fury, and flame.
You're the devils to blame,
and the angels proclaim. It's a dangerous
If you live around here, lots of people I fear will make promises.
They will not honor my dear.
Is you end up getting scared. There's a beast at the door, and he's wild and free, but we won't let him in. Don't want to see him.
John! Henry?
Dr. Jekyll is not available.
The devil are you?
There's no point in your waiting, Mr. Richardson. Dr. Jekyll is most unlikely to return.
Well, I'm not leaving until you tell me precisely where he is.
I'm quite sure if I told you, you would not believe me.
Where is he? Mr. Hyde. Yes, you see, I know who you must be. What have you done with Henry Jekyll?
What have I done with Jekyll? You wish to see him? Very well. So you shall. But let what you're about to witness be on your own head.
Henry, in the name of God, Henry.
I warned you. John, I warned you. Even as Hyde, I warned you.
You must save yourself before this thing kills you.
There's no time, John. I need you to help me with most urgent errand.
Lucy Harris, the Red Rat, Isle of Dogs. But Henry, that's that place, that night, that girl.
Tell her to leave London. And tonight. John, there's more than one life in danger here. It's Hyde. I fear what he might... I cannot say I
understand.
Go now, John. With these chemicals you have brought for me, I promise you I will find an antidote that will destroy Hyde forever.
God help you. God help us all.
Could it be? Have I really lost my way? Have I lost my mind? Will I lose the day? Am I a good man? Am I a madman? It's such a fine line between a good man and a bad. Somehow I've got to get back to the place where my journey started, find the course I charted when I first departed. Somehow I've got to hang on to the vision that first inspired me, to the hope that fired me, when the world admired me. I'll find a way back to that higher ground and see the view I knew before. I'll search the world until the answer's found, turn my despair around forevermore.